بأسماء الحسنى يا خالقنا غفرانا نسألك وأنت الأسمى نأمل عفوا.
Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said in a hadith that is authentic, that for love to increase between two people, love and closeness, what can they do? Wallahi, people right now would pay psychologists and everyone, doctors and friends and experts, what can I do to bring my child closer to me? What can I do to have my wife love me more, and the husband love me more, and the parents, and for my friend to love me more? What can I do? How about I tell you a prescription from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? You guys want it? And if the Prophet speaks, does he speak from his own mind, from his own words? No. وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَى. He does not say out of his own desires. إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَى. The hadith is inspiration from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You guys know that? He said, who knows the hadith? That bring love to one another. It's two words. You're close, actually very close. I'm going to give you a high five. Tahadu tahabu. Give gifts and love will come. Giving gifts brings love. Rasulullah said so, then no, it does. And we all know gifts do miracles. Things just amazing. You might be getting monthly allowance from your father or weekly allowance or whatever, but the moment he gives you a gift wrap, you know, and like a nice box wrapped with a nice decor and everything, he's like, here you go, my dear son or daughter. You're like, wow, and you're so excited and you start hugging them. But what about the money I always give you every week? Yes, I just got used to it, but this gift is different. The feeling of gift is different. And many of us, second point before I move on to the deep topic, we're always taught, love Allah. You have to love Allah or you'll go to hell. In reality, that's true. But did anyone ever tell us in a gentle way, first of all, you have to love Allah? And then did anyone ever tell us how much Allah loves us? See, the one guy said no, and he's a young guy, and I appreciate that. Hardly any time in your class, how much Allah loves us. Every time, you gotta love Allah, fear Allah, you pray Maghrib, you pray Isha, you pray Fajr, put on your hijab, do this, do that. You have to love Allah. But how about how much Allah loves us? And now we will move on to a name. It's a category of names, but I'll mention only one of them. And this category shows Allah's love to His creation. It's Allah's name, Al-Wahhab. When I went through the name Al-Wahhab, do you know what name came to my mind? You guys say it, I won't say it. Oh, Wahhabi. Sah? Wahhabi came to mind. Allah's name Al-Wahhab, a beautiful, loving name. What came to your mind is Wahhabi. The name Wahhabi, what is it? You think it's extremist, terrorist, and so on. These people that say that, they inject in our blood, he's a terrorist, he is this and that. Wahhabi is a man by the name of Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab. You guys focus, you have to focus, because I know you'll be asked this. You Wahhabi sister with a scarf. You have to know. Wahhabi is a term people have called a person by the name of Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab. So instead of saying the way or the ideology or the thinking of Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab is such and such, they say, let's shorten it. Instead of saying United States of America, they chose to say USA. Instead of saying Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab said this, the Wahhabi said this. As simple as that. Is that clear? So what's my first name? Majed, last name Mahmoud. So instead of they call me the terrorist Majed Mahmoud, they say the Hamoudi terrorist. That's exactly how it sounds. Khalas? Can next time we hear that Allah's name Al-Wahhab sound beautiful? Can we move on? Bismillah. And anytime Wahhabi kicks in, A'udhu Billah Shaitan Rajim. Because I'm telling you, Shaitan doesn't want you to know this topic. This topic, Shaitan doesn't want you to know. Doesn't want you to know how much Allah loves. The root words of Al-Wahhab. Wahhaba. And also one of its root words is the name of a sister. Hiba. صح? And linguistically speaking, hiba in Arabic, what does it mean? Hiba, before saying that, hiba is something that you give to someone. Listen, this is the whole talking about this definition, so you have to focus. Hiba is a gift, is a something you give to someone without any exchange. So if I tell Firas, you know what, this is a nice gift I got, and it's a Calvin Klein watch, okay, I didn't buy it. So here you go, this is a gift for you, just give me $10. Is this a gift? It's not a gift. It's $10. That's not a gift. If I tell you, help me with preparing the chairs, and I'll pay each volunteer $20 as a gift. No, it's not a gift. A gift, khalas, a gift is something which you give with nothing in return. And Allah's name is Al-Wahhab. And the one that gives gifts, what is he called? See, and that's a little Arabic language, but it's very important to know. This is the language of the Quran. The one that gives gifts in Arabic, what is he called? Huh? أيوة صح. You're right. Say it out loud. Wahhab. The one that gives gifts in Arabic, his name is Wahhab. Wahhab, he gives once and twice. Allah's name, Al-Wahhab, is a little different. A person can give once and twice gifts that are matchable. Someone else can give him something like this, even more expensive. But Allah Al-Wahhab is this, is the one that gifts His slaves. And He gives it without any condition and without any exchange. And He will gift you not because of an action which you've done. Is that clear? One more time, this is important. Al-Wahhab is the one that gifts you, gives you something without any exchange. It's not, I'll give you this, you do this to me. No. And He'll give it to you not because you're a good person or a bad person or this. He'll give it to you without having any influence from your history. Al-Wahhab. And His gifts are unmatchable. You cannot compete with Allah's gifts. And you cannot tell a person he is Al-Wahhab, because only Allah continuously give you. And I'll mention a hadith showing you Allah's power and majesty. He said, Ya ibadi, O my slaves, if the first one amongst you all the way to the last one amongst the human beings and the jinn, all of you had the heart of the best man ever, my kingdom will not increase. O my slaves, Ya ibadi, لو أن أولكم, if the first one of you until the last human being from the human beings and the jinn would to have the heart of the worst person ever, my kingdom will not decrease. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can give a gift, you're like, I can't do it no more. So my wife would give me a wedding card. She's like, you know what, my friend's getting married, let's put some money in it. It's like, okay, how much? It's like, whatever the number is, I'll give it to her. Another card. Third, Hanan, stop. Stop making friends. And كل مرة wedding card, it feels like a bill. خلاص يعني. Oh, by the way, you got the in-one utilities, and this is a wedding card right here. Al-Wahhab will give and give and give and give. And I will go through the talk asking you a question. What was the last gift Allah has given you? But one would say, the one that knows other names of Allah, he would say Al-Wahhab is the one that gives, right? Sah. And there's another name, you guys tell me in Arabic, after I say in English, Allah the provider. What's that name? Ar-Razzaq. Jazakallah khair. Ar-Razzaq. Ar-Razzaq means the one that provides. So what is the difference between Al-Wahhab and Ar-Razzaq? Focus with me. I'll mention two differences. Number one, Allah will provide to you, Allah sayarzuquk, after you put effort. You put effort, Allah will give you. What's my proof? Surah Al-Mulk. Who knows the ayah? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هو الذي جعل لكم الأرض ذلولا فامشوا في مناكبها. Put effort on earth. وكلوا min rizqih, and eat from His provisions. So you have to put effort, then Allah will provide. Al-Wahhab is different. He will give you, then you put the effort. Can it be any simpler than this? Ar-Razzaq is something that you got so used to it that sadly many don't appreciate as much. Ar-Razzaq is the one that gave you oxygen, the one that gave you sunlight. I was going to do this. Sunlight, food and water. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Ar-Razzaq. Al-Wahhab is the one that gives you something you didn't expect, and unmatchable. Is that clear? Yes, one time, two sisters came to me before the halaqah, and it was Eid.